Hey, what's going on, awesome people of the internet? It is Dan here, aka Player Blue, and do you know what time it is? It's time for another video. You know, because it's already been long enough without me uploading. Today, I want to bring you an explanation of why I'm excited for Blizzard's new shooter, Overwatch. So, just for a quick explanation of if you don't know what Overwatch is. Overwatch is a new shooter by Blizzard who have created the no-life simulator World of Warcraft and my new favourite crack habit, Hearthstone. It's their new IP within 17 or so years, I'm not quite sure on the facts on that. It's been likened as a crossbreed between Valve's Team Fortress 2 shooter and many MOBA games such as Dota 2, League of Legends. All 21 of the characters have been split into 4 different classes. You have Assault, which is mainly slaying the enemy while being on the move. Defense, which is using tactics to hold off an enemy, so sniping, area denials, and turrets. Tanks, which are objective-based anchors and mainly for slaying off people off an objective and soaking up damage. And then you have support, which are healers, people providing stat boosts, that sort of thing. So it's very synergy focused and focused on counterplay rather than just many of the other hero shooters you have now, like Destiny, having something that will directly counter another team instead of working with your team. Granted, the medics in Tier 2 can't fly, but motherfucking Mercy can fly. Moving on. The next thing I want to point out is the art style, which is really bright, cartoony, and it works well with like some of the more bubbly characters, like, as you know, Tracer. Also to point out in the art style, the player skins are just brilliant. Some of them are just beautifully coloured, beautifully detailed, as you could expect from Blizzard. But in traditional Blizzard fashion, although there are some skins that look absolutely amazing and cool, there are some that are extremely funny and comedic and change up the characters completely. The two I can think of off the top of my head are May's Firefighter outfit and Winston as a kind of safari explorer, which is really funny to see a gorilla in a monocle and a moustache. The game is not meant to be too serious, but like Hearthstone, which we thought was, you know, which was said, guys, we're not being serious here. You know, this is a card game where crazy random things are going to happen. We all know that even though Blizzard make non-serious games, we know there's going to be an esports league for Overwatch somewhere. It's, you know, it's a team shooter. Why would it not be? Speaking of RNG, I want to get on to gameplay. I didn't really get to play much, but what I did play was rather solid. They have a range of practice modes available, from tutorials to allow you to practice in the closed arena on your own, and also you have a practice mode with humans versus bots, which is a simulation sort of match, just so you know what an average game with objectives is going to be like, which is rather useful if you want to learn characters rather quickly without your backside being handed to you by a bastion riding on top of a payload. That's not fun. Anyway, the main modes on the game are, main mode of Overwatch is PvP, it's player versus player, it's multiplayer, mostly multiplayer only. The games run out in an attack and defend sort of style, so one team will be going to capture or push an objective, whereas the other team must keep them out of the objective. On the bigger maps you get to play, I believe, 2 modes, which are Assault the Point and Escort the Payload. These 2 game modes can kind of mix into a hybrid mode, so the really bigger maps have multi objectives on them, so you will play and Assault the Point, and then immediately another part of the map will open up and you'll have to escort a payload or similar. There is a third mode and it's on smaller maps and it's Control the Point, so kind of like Assault the Point, but both teams are playing to capture the point and maintain it. Overall, the game modes played quite well. It's a shame there isn't, you know, any more interesting game modes, although these 3 main ones in the hybrid mode are quite cool. There's no real team deathmatch, although you do have like a brief skirmish if the lobby is taking a while to set up. I didn't really play much Assault, but I was playing mostly support and tank most of the time. The tank I played most was D.Va, and I think that's going to be my main character when when the game comes out. The reason for that is because she has a goddamn mech suit and it looks freaking awesome, and I think I might have a new video game crush. The other main I played was Zenyatta, although I was mixing with Mercy as my support because no one else would fill that role. Zenyatta I was using more as an aggressive kind of healer, going up with the team to provide support on the objective and trying to deal some damage whilst weakening the enemy with the Discord orbs and healing with the Harmony orbs. Another point I'd like to point out is optimization of menus. The options menu is something I really want to point out. The options menu is by far the best I have seen on a PlayStation 4. They have colour-blind options, a whole range of those, a whole load of audio options, and full controller rebinding, which is very rare to see on a console game, let alone a PC game. There is one thing I do want to point out that's missing, and I know it's been on the minds of some people, and it's the FOV slider, so field of view. It could be in there, I'm not sure if it's in the PC release, I haven't played the PC version yet. The FOV option is missing for those who do have simulation sickness, that sort of thing. Although installing the full cast of the characters from the beta took a while for me, because I was playing on PS4, and there were minor network issues due to connecting with friends and things like that. Last point I want to make, and it's the best point of all that I think it is, and it's the community that's surrounding this game. So far, it's been mind-blowing. Most Blizzard games do generate a fandom. I mean, look at BlizzCon. BlizzCon is huge. You have legions of players that play World of Warcraft and still subscribe to that. You have Hearthstone, which is basically every drug dealer's, wet dream. For Blizzard's first new IP within 15 years, seeing the amount of fan art, cosplay on Tumblr, on Twitter, on their social accounts, it's amazing. It's just full of passion to do with these characters. It comes from good character design and overall good game design, and Blizzard know how to do this. And I'm honestly glad to be part of this ride, and I'll be looking forward to playing the game on the May 24th when it comes out. So I know it's been a bit of a ramble, so I want to thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Player Blue, reporting for Overwatch. Signing out.